Start recording. And start at my stream in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm thinking of maybe a delay. It won't catch up or something.
5 seconds?
I don't know, but we'll see. Good evening and welcome to Let's Tech About That.
Where we tech about things.
Where we talk about things. I'm Jay with J-Mart Media, and this is
Jacob with Nephew Tech.
Yep, and
we did our intros for the first time in like a month.
For the first time in too long. Tonight we have a few news topics to talk about, and I have another interesting idea that could potentially be an app idea. Probably not a business idea, although donationware. I don't know your feelings on donationware.
So a different app idea than this?
Than this, yes.
Okay.
Due to some things that I did or almost did or probably will do this week.
Oh.
Which I can talk about. It's cool. But we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Cool.
So, today is Memorial Day. Thank you to anyone who served or given their life. I guess you wouldn't be watching.
That's Memorial Day.
Thank you to your families, yes. So, I had a good Memorial Day, went rock climbing and whitewater rafting.
And enjoyed your holiday?
And enjoyed my holiday, my day off. Although for some reason, all my friends, so I went whitewater rafting and climbing, and I have a lot of friends who are into that kind of thing. They were all working today on Memorial Day.
Huh.
My work was closed, but
I
don't know.
I did a bunch of yard work. A lot of cleaning.
I look like I did yard work. I'm sunburnt.
Yeah, you kind of do.
Sunburnt like something that's sunburnt. All right. So the first topic we have on our agenda is titled "Don't Write Code If You Don't Know What You Want," and that seems interesting to me. And I think I have a general idea.
Super misleading title.
Okay, it's misleading. Interesting.
Yeah, because I don't want to use the websites. I'm not sharing this. Whoa, there we go. It autoplays. Be careful. Okay, cool.
Well, something's wrong with my internet, so it doesn't autoplay.
So this goes within the Amazon and how Jeff Bezos runs his company, and somewhere it's down there like halfway through.
Okay.
But it's one of the one of the ways that Jeff runs Amazon. When somebody within Amazon wants to pitch a new idea for like Alexa or something, the tactic, which has been referenced for years, involves a developer writing a hypothetical press release explaining the new update or the feature before they write a single line of code. And it's the idea of trying to sell the product before you do any research into making it possible.
Interesting.
And I wrote that misleading title. It's the idea of don't write any code until you know what you want exactly.
And what the public perception of that is going to be. Which is what it sounds like from the press release.
Because I never thought of business that way.
Yeah.
But figure out what you want. And apparently, Jeff has been doing this with Amazon the whole time. And a person who's worked for his company for, I believe, 8 years, Kendall, who left Amazon in 2018, served as
Vice President.
Thank you. For 5 years. And he said that that's one thing he took from Amazon, is doing press releases.
Okay.
Before putting any time into development.
Interesting.
Which makes sense for bigger sized companies than 1 or 2 man shows.
Yeah.
But even for 1 and 2 man, it's the idea, like, sometimes, not taking credit this way, but I put out feelers if I have an idea just to friends and family, like, what do you think about this idea? And I did that with my subscription antivirus. Try to take it off. It didn't work. And I like the way they worded this. It was really well done.
Yeah.
The idea of never putting in any effort until you ask opinions.
Yes.
Because ideas are easy. Great ideas are impossible.
Yeah. But I also like the public. Interesting. Oh, you must be going live. The public perception thing of it as well. Because it seems like a lot of companies now are having these big public kind of scandal things.
Yeah.
Because some feature they had didn't quite work out as intended, and they caught flack from it, from the media. So I think specifically having that press release
Yeah. Now, I'm not sure if it's how public of a press release it is within the company. If it's just like the person who has the idea and their boss, and it's more just sending ideas up the food chain.
Yeah.
Or if they have like Facebook kind of like city hall meetings and they do like public hearings.
Okay.
And
So
then,
more people have.
So then you have
eyes on that.
Yeah. Then it's like, all right, here's my idea, and you say it in front of 100 people or something, and then
If you get booed off stage.
yeah, if you get booed off stage,
probably don't implement that idea.
yeah. But then if people come to you afterwards, like that's actually kind of smart.
Yeah. One thing in software development is called user stories. So you write stories about what a user would experience, and to try and prevent like the scope creep is what they call it, where you're building things that are outside the scope of the app.
Okay.
So useless features.
Okay.
Trying to avoid useless features.
Okay, so it's kind of like if you want to create a social media platform, you're not gonna create something that takes on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, MySpace, and all of them all at once. You're gonna try to target one thing at a time, which is kind of like what
specific purpose.
Google did with the Google Plus. They tried to tackle everything at once, and then they tried to do everything with like 15 different apps. They had like one just for video chatting, one for personal chats, one for group chats, one.
Yeah.
And it was, and now they're air quotes killing off Hangouts,
which we kind of talked about last week.
We talked about a little this week. Last week, but apparently, not surprisingly, they're not killing it off. The next rumor is that they're just rebranding. Essentially, they're just
which is kind of what you had
figured
last week.
Because I still think a lot of people use Hangouts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even if it's for, does it still have video chat? Because I've used it for calling from the computer.
Yeah, apparently there's Google Messages now.
Okay.
And apparently that has it's Messages by Google. Messages.google.com. And apparently it now does group video chats.
Okay, which Hangouts did, if I remember correctly.
Yes, I think they did group video chats.
I knew they did group voice, but I'm pretty sure they did group video.
And I think this
is kind of the rebranding.
I think this is going to be the rebrand of Hangouts. And because I thought I was using Google Messages because I'm going to show you. I really can't show them. That's my Messages app.
Okay.
And then that's their logo.
Yeah.
Wow, that's blue, actually... They're both white chat boxes.
I think that's the same actually icon I have. It is.
Oh, so you may already be using it. I have no idea to tell you, Don, to be honest. Your chats, I mean, I guess you're skinned.
They do look like that. Wow. So they might have bought that logo or something.
Huh. Because
interesting.
I have skins and theme on mine, so it all looks dark.
I don't think I have a skin on my app icons. But yeah, that would be interesting.
But yeah, it looks like they're not really killing Hangouts. They're just gonna rebrand and push new code into something else.
Yeah.
Which might be a good idea. There might be ancient code in it. Because I think Hangouts has been around for like 2013 or something like that.
So it's been around a while. Since technology has advanced.
Yeah.
Let's see, then we got a good deal on TVs.
Yes, I was actually just looking at TVs just to keep up with its pricing sometime this week. I think it was Wednesday or so.
Yeah.
And I saw those because they come with the Amazon Fire. I really don't care for Fire TV. I don't really like smart TVs at all. I would much prefer just to put a desktop with every TV and just call that better than smart TVs.
Yeah.
But I understand the appeal of them. It's like an all-in-one it's like a dumb computer.
And I'll share the link in my chat and put it in the description as well. But it's a 4K television for $200. Does it come with the Amazon Fire too?
Yes, it's built in.
Or it's built in, okay.
Yeah.
I've never used Amazon Fire. I've never used Google Chromecast, but we have used the Apple TV.
Okay.
Which has Netflix, YouTube, Hulu,
okay,
and a lot of other stuff that I've never used.
Okay, I've never used Apple TV, but I've used Roku, Fire.
Yep. So I haven't used the Roku either, but they're essentially the same.
They're
more
all
or less.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the Apple one, if you have an iPhone, which I've never had an iPhone, you can play music from your iPhone and probably play videos from your iPhone.
Yeah.
But yeah, more or less they're all the same, in my opinion, my experience.
Yeah. I understand the appeal, but as a tech guy, I will probably always use them as giant monitors.
Yeah.
Just because they're much more of a power horse that way.
Yeah.
Because then you're...
They're good to watch Netflix on, though.
Okay.
Just because you can just pretty
It's
quickly
all-
browse, yeah.
It's all really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, the desktop that the TV's on, or the projector's on upstairs, it's like a 2-minute boot time. But I'm never in a rush to watch anything.
Yeah, like a 2-hour movie.
It's like, oh yeah, I'll turn it on. I'll go make some food real fast.
Get your popcorn ready.
Yeah. Yeah, but I saw those and I was like, wow.
How big is the TV, do you know?
So the 200, I think, is 45 inches.
Okay.
And
Which is not humongous, but
No.
it's pretty big.
Yeah, and then you can get a couple more inches for a few more bucks. And
Yep,
then-
so here I found it. It's $200 for the 43-inch,
Okay.
$279 for the 50-inch, and $329 for the 55-inch.
And I mean, and the price jump is pretty big for the size.
Yeah, it is. They're trying to get your eyes on this ad with the $200 4K
Yeah, I think they are.
TV, and then
But I was amazed that 4K was that low in price, and how there's still 1080p TVs for sale. Because you go into Walmart, and in Walmart there's still 720p
wow,
screens.
huh?
Last time I went, which was a few months ago, it could have changed in a couple months. But last time I went in there were still a couple 720p. They weren't big ones. They're like 30, 32 inch or something like that, and they're
Yeah.
like $70.
Wow.
And
Yeah, because I know you can get like a 1080p monitor,
yeah,
normal size, 23 inches for $100
Yeah,
now.
yeah. I think the cheapest I've seen them 1080p 21 inch is like 87,
$89 or something.
89.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then if you go 1080p IPS instead of LCD, they're like 113.
Yeah.
And they're 23 inches, and they're beautiful.
Yeah.
I always push those
Just
for
a nice
customers.
color.
I'm like, if you can afford $20 more, you can get a 10 times better looking
Mm-hmm.
screen.
Yeah. Much nicer colors.
Yeah, because everything about IPS is better than LCD. in my
Except
opinion.
for response times, I think.
Yeah, but response time.
I think
look this
TN
up.
is the best panel for response times, but
I didn't think it was
with
that
the sacrifice
much.
of
Because yeah, TN is like crazy low.
yeah. But honestly, even 5 milliseconds, if you're playing at 60 FPS,
It doesn't make a difference.
it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
I mean, not much of a difference anyway. Because you're
I just want-
getting a new frame every 16 milliseconds anyway, so.
I really wish I could just find it easy. But I think the only people who should care about this are people who are making money off of the refresh rate of their screens.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think it's a cop-out of a excuse. Oh, you have a higher screen resolution. That's why you're better at the game than I am. I think it's more of a skill than it is a panel.
Yeah, at least at that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that difference
at
there.
a certain level.
Yeah.
Now, I don't see a chart that just says... This is,
Response times.
yeah.
But yeah, that would be the only advantage that they would have over IPS. Because IPS
Yeah.
has much better colors, much more accurate colors, right?
I believe they're more accurate, but the ratio is also bigger, I believe. There's a bigger range.
Oh, like the dynamic range?
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
dynamic
the
range.
HDR type stuff. Although HDR is different than IPS, but
Yeah.
yeah. Whew. And then we've got some more privacy stuff, which actually... So that's a chart of the...
Yeah. So I can share this real fast here. There we go. So here is, I believe we do this one.
either one works. I like the cam just because we're up there.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Woohoo! So right here is a little chart that Amazon, hey, look at them again, I believe patented. I don't exactly.
Does it say patent publication?
But
I think they filed it, but I don't know if it's been approved.
So here's a waveform of someone saying that song. Play some music, Alexa. The Beatles. And you can see right here on the pause, it's 7:16. I believe that's
probably milliseconds.
I was about to say, I think that's milliseconds. Did they say that? But that's a fairly big pause. It's enough pause that it's about the same length of the word some.
Yeah.
And so it's that song, play some music, Alexa, the Beatles. And so apparently audio data that's sent from the server, it starts right here in this pause. And if we... let me scroll back up a little bit. Alexa is set over here.
Oh, so Alexa doesn't have to be the first word.
It doesn't have to be the first word.
Okay.
It just has to be a word and a...
And then it breaks out that sentence or that
Yes.
sequence of words and sends those words to their servers.
It's almost like it has a 15-second buffer or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know exactly how long it is. I mean, right here it's showing not much of a timeline.
Yeah.
But down here it says begin point, and then it says wake word, and then end point. And so here's this wake word, and it's backtracking whatever this number is to the begin point, which is in the middle of this weird pause. So it's almost like a feature I wish more security cameras have, when like motion sensor security cameras, they don't start recording until they detect motion. I really wish it was a standard where if motion was tripped, it would start the recording 5 seconds beforehand.
Yeah.
And did a pre-buffer just like what this Alexa looks like it's doing.
GoPro has something similar to that where it records 1-minute videos.
Oh.
And you can say how much time you want to save. So you're saving, for 5 minutes, you would save 5 1-minute videos.
Mm-hmm.
And then whenever you want to save something, you click the button and it saves the previous 5 recordings.
Oh.
So say you're riding your bike down a trail and a flying squirrel flies by. You could hit that button and it would save the previous 5 videos.
Yeah.
Which records the previous time, but it's kind of similar to that concept.
Okay. Yeah, because like I know dash cams for cars almost the exact opposite thing, where they have an internal battery. So if you get in an accident or something and the power stops, they record for like an extra 10 seconds or so.
Okay.
That's what mine does. It's a 15-second battery.
Gotcha.
And it's just enough time that you can see what happens after a fatal crash or something.
Yeah.
Because the chances of the camera actually getting damaged is a lot smaller than the power that comes through the camera.
Yeah, which is from the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the GoPro thing, it writes over it if you don't hit that button. So you've got I guess I'll start here because you're looking at the camera. 1 minute, 2, or minute 1, minute 2, minute 3, minute 4, minute 5. And when you get to minute 5, it starts over minute 6, minute 7, minute 8, minute 9.
Yeah.
So you can essentially record forever, or you can have your camera running forever.
Yeah.
And only save what you want to save.
What you need to save. Okay. But yeah, that's kind of what it looks like they're doing here. But I don't believe I can reopen that link again. It was specified how much it backtracks.
Okay. And probably something to do with how it separates
where the pause is.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of conversation with my friends, there's not really pauses. We just kind of talk over the conversation's always continuing.
It kind of flows and...
Yeah.
And the way different people speak, too. Having different pauses in different places.
Because, there's some people who like to speak really slow.
And really fast.
Yeah, and then there's a lot of people who prefer to just speak in cursive.
Yeah. That's a good way of putting it. They don't let anyone else get a chance to say anything.
Yeah. Or Kevin from The Office. Why say many words, few words do trick? I don't know if you've ever watched The Office. But
so he's like removing...
Yeah, he's removing all the fluff words.
Uh-huh. Like you would in a Google search.
Yeah.
Or a Amazon search, or Alexa search. That's funny.
Yeah, one episode he would just talk like that.
That would be really hard to understand.
Yeah, because it's like 3-word sentences. You don't need much information. It's the problem. But yeah, it was. I'm wondering how long before Google comes out and says, "Oh yeah, we've been doing that since 2012."
Yeah, if they have the code to back it up, they could potentially fight that patent too. Speaking of patents, you want to talk about the other patent?
Which other patent?
Numbers or trademark.
Oh yeah, we do that. Yeah, so last week we were talking about AMD trying to step on NVIDIA's toes like they did with Intel.
AMD's 3800.
Woo!
1000 better than NVIDIA's 2800.
Is it 3000 or is it 3080?
3080, yeah. No,
Okay.
3080. As opposed to the 2080. It's got to be better, right? Bigger numbers.
Bigger numbers obviously make it
Yes.
better. But yeah, so AMD came out with their 3000 series, jumping from their 5000 series. It's like they have like the 2000, the 3000. I don't know if they have the 4000. And they may have had or not thousand, sorry, 200s, 300s, 400s, 500s, and then they jump from instead of 600 to 3000. And that was all just to step on NVIDIA's toes. And so NVIDIA is kicking back with trying to trademark a lot of numbers.
And yeah, so the article from overclock3d.net says, now it looks like NVIDIA wants to stop AMD's games with recent trademark applications showing that NVIDIA claims ownership of the numbers 3080, 4080, and 5080. So those would be their next three main graphics cards, at least within the world of PC graphics. Okay, so
I feel like this should fall under the same thing as Fortnite trying to copyright a dance.
I feel like
or the songwriter with the whole Fortnite dance thing.
I think either way, it's too late for 3080.
Yeah,
because
it's
AMD already has that. Yeah.
But AMD did this with Intel also with their chipsets, because Intel was doing like the X79, the X99, and then the X299 or some weird jump to the 9000 series.
Okay.
And then AMD steps in, I think, with the X399. I believe that's what it is. Yeah, with the TR4 socket.
AMD is
and so
just trying to ride everyone else's wave.
Either ride everyone else's wave or get everyone pissed at them.
Yeah. Which doesn't sound like it would help them.
Yeah.
But riding people's wave.
Yeah, because if you're looking at buying AMD or Intel, and AMD supports the X399 chipset, and
Intel's still back at the old
299
or the 2080
yeah.
Ti. Yeah.
I feel like this is not good for AMD.
I don't think this is good for AMD because I think they're going to get a lot of backlash.
Yes. And I don't think it's going to be backlash from Intel or NVIDIA. I think Intel and NVIDIA are just going to go and just do something different. I mean, there's no other option. They're just going to find a new numbering system to work with.
Yeah. Which is going to confuse everybody else.
As a consumer, I hate this.
Yeah.
I already don't use AMD products.
One more reason not to.
Yeah, I tell my wholesaler I only buy Intel because Intel is simple, air quotes, simple, straightforward.
Yeah, that's a whole nother debate.
Yeah, they got really confusing here in the last 2 years. And it doesn't feel like they're ever trying to pull scams or shams.
Yeah.
Like AMD's doing again. And I'm curious if there's enough people that feel the same way I do.
I think so.
It's like...
I was glad when AMD came out with the Ryzen just to try and push Intel to improve.
Yeah.
I felt that was good, but all this stuff
But I really liked it, but I wasn't going to buy a Ryzen. I was like, I hope other people buy Ryzen.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you built any systems with Ryzen? Surely you have.
No.
No? Not at all? Wow.
Not at all.
That's amazing.
I built one with a FX 6300, which came out like 2012 or something.
Yeah.
Uh,
AMD was pretty good budget-wise
Yeah.
for a while.
and I built that. Don't play. About a month ago.
Okay.
Customer came in and was like, "Hey, I have all these parts. PC Part Picker says they all work together, but I don't know how to build it." And so I built it for him. I was like, "I really think you should sell this because these parts. I mean, you're using. I think it's DDR3.
Pretty old.
Yeah, he was
stuff.
using pretty old parts, but built it for him. It ran well because it was a clean copy of Windows. I mean, it's still
See how long it takes.
Yeah,
to
but see how
start
long
slowing
it
down.
lasts.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm hoping that other people see that AMD is just trying to fool people.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a good business
Especially
idea, but
people who aren't familiar with.
yeah, and I think that's who
Yeah.
they're targeting.
Yeah. Because anyone who knows what they're doing is going to know that they're not the same.
Yeah,
It's a completely different thing.
but then there's going to be those super nerds out there who are going to look at all the test bench reviews and all the spec papers and be like, "Oh, they are trying to sham some people, but it's actually not a bad product for the price point."
True.
Because AMD's really not that bad for its price
Yeah.
point.
That's true.
And still give their money to them.
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder how big of a group that is.
Yeah, buying the product because it's good, even if the ethics are kind of
Yeah.
questionable.
Yeah.
If you can even question it, if it's even questionable, it's
Yeah. Good
seems
products.
pretty outright.
Crummy
outright,
company.
yeah, outright crummy. Last week we bashed Windows a little bit. This week we're bashing on AMD.
There's actually
Making
some
friends.
good Windows news that I didn't actually put in the doc.
Okay.
It comes also with bad Windows news. The April 1903 update finally came out. Not April, January, February, March. It was released in April though. 1903 update. May. I forgot what month we're in.
Okay, yeah, man.
But it started releasing. Apparently, it's pretty good. It installed on 2 of my customers' computers, no problems. It auto updated their theme to the light theme. I really like the look of the light theme. I'm a dark theme fanatic. I love the... I have a full blackout background, no icons, black taskbar with a couple icons.
Yeah.
I like it because it's easy on the eyes. It's just minimal.
Doesn't blind you.
Yeah, it's not blinding at 11
Yeah.
p.m. But the light theme looks super professional.
Okay.
It makes the computer look really modern. It was also on a $1,900 custom build, one of them, so it made me look good. I really liked it. But apparently, let me double check this. Some people are having problems with this one doing the same thing as the last.
Double installing?
No, the last big update where it wasn't moving over the user data and it was wiping it.
That's kind of a humongous negative.
Because Windows had this problem, I believe, about 6 months, almost a year ago, where the major update was getting installed on computers, but then when it booted back up to finish the install, it was just a nice, clean copy of Windows.
All your data
All the data.
gone?
I didn't have any experiences with it.
Okay.
I still haven't had any experiences with it again.
With it going wrong.
Yeah. But in a couple of forums that I'm in, it was definitely a trending thread.
Wow.
Because I even did it for a couple of customers that were business customers. I was cloning the drive.
Before updating.
And then I was updating. So I had a secondary copy.
Just in case.
I was like, hey, it's going to take me overnight because I'm going to clone your data.
Yeah.
I don't want your data. I want you to have it.
Yeah.
And then I have to sit there and explain. And they're like, oh, well, Windows should be held liable. Like, if you want to go to court with Windows, you're more than welcome to. It's not a cheap process.
Yeah. And they have plenty of money, so
I'm pretty sure
they can
somewhere in
fight.
the EULA that you agree to lose your data for updating Windows. Don't know that for sure, but there has
Wouldn't
to be.
surprise me.
Yeah. So yeah, I really do like the
new light theme.
Yes, I really like the light theme with Windows. I might switch over to it on my work computers. Home computers are staying blacked out. There's no way I'm changing from a blackout theme.
So yeah, I mean, would you call this the blackout theme other than the background there?
Yeah, I mean it's dark.
Okay, so the light.
I had this one so that's the background on it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, it just makes it a little easier to look at.
Okay.
Because
Because I know, let's see, Windows 7, did it have kind of a transparent start menu? And
Windows 7 had a really white start menu.
okay. Is this new light theme more similar to that? Or
No, it's just I don't even know how to describe it.
yeah.
It's very teal, I guess. Teal and
Okay.
purple. But it feels very glassy and very transparent.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, let me put this on the dock. And you can share it. I'll put it up top. There we go. Windows 10 light theme. Get the ad, you know. Oh, there you go. So there's the light theme up there. So it does look, I can see what you mean by glassy.
It feels very frosted.
Yeah.
But yeah, mine had a little more purple to it, I believe.
Okay. And
It
that's
may
even
have-
a different, yeah,
It may
shade
have-
there.
Yeah, this background
white
is
bottom.
super beautiful. So like, there's this background, and then there's the
It does
standard.
look like it could be blinding.
This one feels very foggy, like almost
Yeah.
like a club.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just
That does look clean.
very clean. There's yeah, here very, very bright.
Yeah.
It's just all white. But
The white bar at the bottom, the toolbar, doesn't look that bad either.
yeah, it's all
Yeah, that does look nice.
I really like it. I really hope they come out with a very well done dark theme. Instead of just going through the settings and hitting black, black,
Yeah,
black.
yeah.
Because every computer I have, because I did this with Windows 7 too, has a 1x1 PNG. It's just a black dot.
Oh, as the background?
Yeah. And it's just, even my phone, that's what I did with my phone. So I just
Yeah.
transferred PNG. I emailed it to myself because I'm old school.
That's actually what I do a lot of the time, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Or Discord it to myself.
never
It's
used
actually what I-
Discord.
Yeah. It's alright.
But we were talking about something else, and you said Windows.
Um,
Oh, it's that.
we were talking about
30-minute
the
mark.
numbers. Yep, it's the 30-minute mark. So you know what that means?
We got sponsors. Not this week.
In the future,
But in
if
the
you
future.
if you flip forward to our current video,
Yeah.
in the future, we'll probably have sponsors by that point.
I hope so.
So if you want to jump on the bandwagon and sponsor us too,
Email either of us.
yep,
Their emails are down below.
you can find our emails from the YouTube channels.
Yeah, I mean.
If not, oh, there. Oh, you're right. Wait,
Oh, they're actually not. It's our YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram.
Yeah.
Any of those work too.
yeah, you can probably find the email from one of those accounts anyway.
Yeah.
But hit us up.
Yeah. Sponsors.
Let's see. We didn't do the Monopoly thing here.
No, we didn't. I don't have too much to say about it.
Yeah.
Apparently, Qualcomm is a monopoly. That's about
Which
all I know about it.
Qualcomm, are they the chip maker for Apple products?
They're
Is
the
that
chip maker for a lot of products.
Mostly
They're
mobile.
all mobile.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they also do all like Samsungs, I believe. But Qualcomm and AM, or
Of
not
course,
AMD,
Qualcomm disagreed.
Yeah. Qualcomm and Apple have been in a giant lawsuit war.
With each other?
Yeah, with each other.
Interesting.
Because Qualcomm having what's that fancy word for it?
Exclusivity?
Royalties
Oh, okay.
for Apple using their chips.
Gotcha.
And apparently, I don't remember who it is. I believe the FTC,
Federal Trade Commission Committee,
said that they were a monopoly, but at the same time, they wanted to buy another chip maker and was told that they couldn't.
Oh, because that would be expanding their monopoly and decreasing their competition. Could be interesting to see how that plays out. Regarding monopolies, especially with Amazon growing and growing and Google growing and growing.
Yeah, especially those two companies.
Yeah.
And at one point, does Facebook have monopoly on social media? Because they own Snapchat and Instagram, I believe.
I know they own Instagram. They probably own Snapchat, although I'm not totally sure.
The best place to find that out is Wikipedia.
Wikipedia.
Wiki.
Again, the Raspberry Pi home automation. Still here.
Sitting there. It literally hasn't been touched since the last time.
Since the last week when I picked it up.
Oh, where does it say parent company?
Oh, man. Wikipedia is tough to use, man.
Usually it's on the right side over here.
What are we looking up? Wikipedia, Snapchat.
Snapchat parent company. Thought it would have been. Maybe they aren't. Developers, Snap Incorporated. Oh, well, maybe Facebook doesn't.
I feel like if Facebook owned Snapchat, it would be on here somewhere. But I know they own Instagram.
Facebook doesn't own Snapchat.
Okay.
It's privately owned.
That's good for competition. Although I don't know who still uses Snapchat. I don't.
Yeah, I definitely don't.
I don't really use Instagram either. Or Facebook. Anything but YouTube, really.
WhatsApp. Facebook bought WhatsApp.
WhatsApp.
That's
okay,
what I
yep.
got confused
Yep,
with.
that's what you're thinking of. I don't use WhatsApp either. I have used it in the past, but for like a week.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I did one snap and then deleted it.
More Facebook news.
Yeah, speaking of Facebook and the ever-reaching arc of it.
Oh, and the deep fake.
Yeah.
Which is what they call videos that are faked.
That weren't made by people.
Yeah.
It's essentially
That are made by the algorithms.
that were made by people.
That were made by people. Yeah. So basically, you can take videos of a person and put it into a software and I guess have audio recordings of someone.
Yeah.
The same person.
Now, you can even do that with the one still image.
Really?
The more still images you have,
Yeah.
the better it gets. But you could do it with one picture, and they can guess really well. I forgot who did the video of it. But, I know who did it. Lou later. Lou from Unbox Therapy.
Okay.
But we'll talk about him in a second. He did a really good video on it. Find it somewhere. But yeah, the video was showing that with one image, it was they did the Mona Lisa, and it was very convincing. It was
so it made the Mona Lisa move and talk?
Like her whole head was talking and moving. Wow. And it was very well done. Like
but the thing is, it wasn't animated by a person.
Yeah.
It was done by the software.
It looked like it was animated, like done by a
that
person.
good, yeah.
But then they showed like 16 still images of just somebody moving their head, and the quality difference between 16 images versus one image, and it gets spooky.
And the thing with this is, you don't even... before, like currently, if you're skilled in animation, sure you can fake these things.
Yeah.
But the thing with this deep fake software, deep fake, what the heck?
It's a really stupid.
It's one of those taglines. Anyway, the thing with the deep fake software is that anybody could do it, and there could just be an overwhelming amount of fake news out there, and it could really impact the political realm and business realm too.
Yeah, and that's not even what this Facebook thing is about either. So deepfake's just a whole other side topic.
Okay.
So,
all I saw was deep fake. So
oh,
I had
was
to
it
go
in
on
here?
that topic? Yeah. Maybe it's not.
I didn't think this was a deep fake one.
I saw something altered. Oh, here it is in the title or in the URL. Deep fake.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that was a deep fake video.
That's the point.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, so unpolitically, it's just a Nancy Pelosi video showing her just doing a terrible job at the podium. And Facebook is apparently warning users before they share it that it's not a legitimate video, that it's an altered video. Yeah.
Deep fake.
And it's, where does Facebook step in to say, hey, this is real, this was edited, and where's the editing point?
Yeah.
Because
every video's
every video,
if it's clipped,
yeah, it's edited.
Is edited.
And then some videos like John Green or something, you want it edited because you want him to take out those breathing points where he's talking.
Yeah. And the jump cuts.
Yeah. And does that count? Would Facebook warn me like, hey, this video has been heavily edited because it's missing 20% of its content because it's 20% of John breathing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And where would that magical gray line go? It's
like if it's taken out of context, does that mean it's fake or altered?
Yeah. Or then like some reviewers or even us, we show a video of someone else and it's just like a 10-second snippet.
Yeah.
You could take 10-second snippet out of any review video and pull it out of context. Like
and make it sound bad.
Louis Rossman gets it done to him all the time.
Louis Rossman says a lot of things, so that doesn't surprise me. But yeah, like where's that line that Facebook...
Yeah.
And eventually, Facebook's not even going to know if it's fake either,
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Or unless it's...
Nobody will.
Unless it's another algorithm finding the deep fakes.
It reverses the back to a still image.
The shallow reels.
Yeah. It's like we can't even believe our own eyes. Or,
we can't.
Someone's video.
We can't believe another Facebook user's video.
Yeah, with our eyes. But, I mean, yeah, that's spooky. But Facebook did not remove the video.
That would raise a lot of anger, I think, if they started removing it. I do like that they warn people, hey, this isn't real.
Yeah.
I kind of wish they did that on their own sponsorship ad spaces. In the news feeds.
Yeah.
Hey, before you click share, please note that this is a sponsor post. That would be great.
Well, I'm sure
you know how many old people you'll save?
Yeah. Oh, phishing.
Yeah.
The legit police. Like that.
Oh.
Record labels are only alive because of YouTube.
Another one of my little clicky titles. So earlier this week.
Unsubscribe to T-Series. Speaking of record labels.
Oof. One of the YouTubers I watch, I watch Minecraft videos. Mumbo Jumbo has been in a fight with Warner Chappell Music, which I believe is somehow tied with Warner Brothers somehow. Okay. Apparently, he had hired an artist to make a little outro music. Mm-hmm. It's like 15 seconds. It's barely anything. But all it does is it pulls in colors on the screen, shows his name, and then his name goes off, the colors go off, and he starts the video. It's like a really nice done little intro. And Warner Chappell came after him. He goes, no. See, I bought the music from the artist. And sure enough, he had papers and showing the full transaction and everything. The artist used a sample from a Warner Chappell
so this YouTuber bought it from the artist who made his thing, but the guy who made it ripped it off from Warner.
But it's so heavily edited.
Modified?
Yeah. I listened to the original song and his intro. I can't find out where it is.
Okay.
At all.
Yeah.
I don't know how they found it.
Yeah.
And so they claimed 400 videos, I believe.
Wow. Ouch. That hurts.
And
because he's had this intro on a ton of videos.
For like 4 years or something. Yeah. Man, he was just talking about it. Let's see.
Okay. Wow. That's tough.
But apparently it was going so fast that 25% of all the videos he posted. And he's one of those guys that posts like 3 videos a week. Full-time YouTuber. That's how he eats dinner every night. Oh, I think he said it in a video, and I don't want to pull up a video. Don't want him to come after me.
That would be ironic.
But so he started doing the whatever you do when you fight back, saying like, no, I do own it. Mm-hmm. And then he found
contesting the
and then he found out that he really doesn't own it because he bought a stolen good essentially.
Yeah. And
so now they're working on it. I think he's just gonna end up dropping the video I watched today. He just made mouth noises like
instead of the copyrighted music
because you can't copyright that.
Yeah.
Not yet, at least.
You never know. NVIDIA might try to copyright that.
Yeah. And then he was like, "Well, I guess that's it, guys. I'll see y'all later."
Wow.
And then I saw in the news that apparently this guy.
I wonder if he can mute those segments of his video and.
So him and his girlfriend or fiance were going through.
Oh, that'd be a ton of work.
Because it's at the beginning and end of every song, or every video.
Every video, yeah.
So it's 3 videos a week for 25.
A long time.
He's been on YouTube 7 years. I believe it's 7 years.
So what's that? 150 videos ish.
Yeah.
3 years of videos.
Yeah, and in one of his update videos, he actually did the math. He's like, and he went into how long it's going to take him. He's like, yeah, we've been working on it all day. Not even close.
Wow.
Yeah, and then apparently it's happening to this guy here. And
that's really weird.
The exact same thing.
Yeah.
And I've always thought that record labels were eventually just going to disappear. Mm-hmm. Because with the internet, why use a record label?
Yeah.
Unless you want to have physical records for a more memorabilia or for selling at concerts.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would do it.
Because now everything is MP3.
But even then, I can't believe Vistaprint doesn't do it. Or a marketing website.
Yeah.
Because to me, that's more of a marketing thing. Mm-hmm. Because, people do listen to vinyls. But the people who listen to vinyls are the hardcore fans.
Yeah.
People don't go, oh, yeah, I was shopping at the music store. I God.
The actual store.
I happened to cross the sale rack. So I figured I'd pick it up. And so I think this is the dying breath of record labels. But I don't actually know why anyone signs up for record labels anymore. Aside from this, they can say, oh, I just signed this huge deal with a record label.
Yeah.
Doesn't really make sense. I would just rather find a manager or something and be like, yeah, I got someone who can...
Like a publisher.
Yeah. I guess, that's what a record label is. But I would want to find someone who's in the business but doesn't have 700 clients.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who just knows more of a local publisher, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is the connector. This is the guy who knows everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But then, if you're on YouTube or SoundCloud or Facebook, I guess, it's not really that hard to get known. Just be good at what you do. People will share what they like. They'll really share what they hate.
That's true. Type me into your description.
Yeah.
So, I guess I'll go... I think we have a few more topics, maybe. But I'll kind of go over what my idea for... it's actually a browser extension would be. So, you've shopped on Craigslist before, right?
A lot. I was on it today.
Okay. Yeah, you got that on Craigslist, didn't you? Well,
I did.
Yeah. So, I've done some things on Craigslist, mainly buying... Funnily enough, computer monitors. I bought like 3 computer monitors on Craigslist.
I bought 6 at once. Got you beat.
Yeah. Well, you probably buy a ton more computer monitors than I do. But yeah, I bought a lot of computer parts on Craigslist. I bought a go-kart on Craigslist. And I bought something else. I can't remember what it was on Craigslist.
The TV we're using off Craigslist. $50.
You mean you didn't just walk into Best Buy and get that thing?
Nah, man. I bought it broken. Plugged in the power cable and worked.
It worked. Nice. But anyway, I was looking at buying a kayak, a whitewater kayak.
I've actually been looking at buying kayaks and canoes. Like, that's what I've been scouring for like the last 3 weeks. Yeah.
For whitewater stuff or just for
lake stuff?
Okay, I'll have to hear more about that maybe later.
Yeah, off camera.
Because that is totally random.
We might be bidding against each other.
Maybe. Anyway, so...
Wow.
Whitewater kayaks honestly have nothing to do with my idea, other than it's on Craigslist and something that I want to buy on Craigslist.
Yeah.
Because, I
might be donating to you real fast.
Oh, okay. So, and this kind of ties into another idea. I used to play a game called Escape from Tarkov. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
It's similar. We've talked about it briefly before. It's similar to DayZ in that it's a PvP game where you're fighting, you're killing each other, and it's an FPS, and you are looting for more loot. So, like, you might steal the other person's rifle or blah, blah, blah.
Okay, so
steal their meds or steal whatever.
It's like that really famous game.
It's like DayZ. You mean PUBG?
Yeah, PUBG.
Kind of, except it's more of like... I don't know. I guess it kind of is. Yeah, in a way it is.
Okay.
But anyway, there's also an online or a marketplace. Well, actually, for a while there wasn't a marketplace, and so most of the trading was done. Like, you could trade your gear, like I might trade quest items to you.
Yeah.
But there was no way to do it in-game, so people went to other forums. Like, there was a big sub on Reddit for trading items. And then there was a list of, like, verified traders and
it makes
people
sense.
who... Traders who people had a bad experience with.
Somebody
like
saw the
scammers.
demand, so they made a forum for it.
Yes. And so you're kind of... You can gauge your risk when you're going into trade, because the only way to trade is go into a raid, drop your gear on the ground, and then they drop their gear on the ground. Whoa. And you pick it up.
Ooh.
Which reminds me of Craigslist, in a way.
Yeah.
Except it's like an in-game version of Craigslist.
Yeah.
In Craigslist, you go to meet someone you've never met before, and you say, hey, here's my kayak. Yeah. They throw down their money. And then you
on the ground.
Yep. And actually, in Escape from Tarkov, sometimes the money goes through the ground, but that's a whole other issue.
Oh,
but anyway,
cheap.
so they use this forum or this sub on Reddit to like keep track of people who are safe to trade with or not safe to trade with or just unknown.
Yeah.
Craigslist is totally anonymous.
Yeah.
Other than, like, you put your phone number down if you want people to contact you, or you can just use a burner phone or
I mean,
a
some
Google
of the
Voice
people
number.
on parts for computer parts, I go to text them, and it pulls up the conversation from, like, a year ago. I'm like, this person again.
Yeah. So I've had, actually, a really good experience on Craigslist.
I've always had really good experiences.
But there is that potential for sketchiness.
Yeah.
And there's no way to verify whether you're trading with a sketchy person or a normal person. Normally, I've met at like a gas station, which is, I don't know, you could say that's unsafe or safe, but a few times I've been to, like there was a guy who worked at a car lot. So I went to his work and bought the computer monitor from him there. Or there was a guy who had a computer shop and was just advertising on Craigslist, and I did that there. It wasn't you.
I've done that where I was like, so I own this business. Can you just drop it off on your way by?
Yeah.
And he's like, sure.
Yeah, because it's pretty legitimate, and if he scams you, then you know, hey, this is the computer shop.
Yeah.
Or I've gone to one house, I think, and bought a graphics card.
Okay.
But that was totally fine, too. But there's always that risk of, like...
Yeah. I've always
met... It could be a sketchy person.
Either they came to my place of business, or we met at a fast food restaurant at, like, lunchtime, because I'd get lunch at the same time. I dueled that. So
kind of the optimal, I guess, solution would be to implement something like eBay has, where you have a Craigslist account or profile, and you can have a rating from a user. But for some reason, Craigslist hasn't done that, and it doesn't look like they're going to do that.
So a nice thing about not doing that is that they don't have customer data.
True.
You have nothing to lose.
Yep. Yeah, because it's all just user driven, essentially, and Craigslist keeps their systems at a minimals, which means less maintenance, and Craigslist is free, so...
And there's not ads plastered everywhere.
Yep.
Thank you, Craigslist.
Yeah, so I'm not expecting Craigslist to implement, like, profiles or anything.
Yeah. But it'd be...
So my idea would be, and I don't know, this is probably a stretch, because I don't know how many people use browser add-ons.
Yeah.
But it would be a browser add-on, and then you would type some kind of, like... When you're posting an ad on Craigslist, you would put some info into the browser add-on box, and it would put some kind of link or hashed verified something in the description of your Craigslist ad, and anyone else who's using the browser extension could see your profile.
Okay, so it'd be like the last line of the description will just be like this random string.
Yep. And there'd have to be some way to keep people from duplicating that to appear as if they're the same profile.
Okay.
Because they could just rip it from yours. But, I mean, do you think there would be any interest for something like that? I think the main downside is that nobody uses browser extensions.
The main problem that peeks out to me is that most of the people who use Craigslist aren't tech savvy.
Yeah, you're probably right about that.
A couple of computer guys... They weren't super tech savvy. They're just getting rid of their previous generation card or a monitor they didn't want.
Yeah.
But, like, the guy I bought the bike from, he didn't even have a smartphone. He had an old flip phone.
Wow.
And so, I don't know how tech savvy he is, but most people who don't have smartphones aren't the tech savvy people.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So, I don't know how...
This almost reminds me of, like, I think OfferUp does profiles.
Is OfferUp, is that through Facebook?
Or no, that's Facebook else? Marketplace.
Okay, well...
yeah, so OfferUp does ratings on people. So you have profile.
So it sounds like Uber to me, like where you can rate and...
Yeah. And it's just like, oh yeah, this person delivered item, they showed up on time, and they had the exact amount of cash, I don't have to have change.
Okay, yeah.
I've never used OfferUp because I'm just... too lazy to sign up.
Yeah.
That's why I use Craigslist.
Yeah.
I use Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace. That's really the only two marketplaces. And then Nextdoor. I really like Nextdoor's marketplace. And Nextdoor, I explained it before. It's like Facebook, but instead of choosing your friends, you're forced to be friends with everyone around you, geographically. I really
Next door to you.
Yeah. Those are the only 3 marketplaces that I use outside of global marketplaces.
Such as Amazon.
Yeah, and eBay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so I don't know. I'll kind of look into it, but...
Yeah, it sounds like you're mixing OfferUp with Craigslist.
Yeah.
Which could work really well.
Because OfferUp seems to be pretty similar to Craigslist in that it's people selling used stuff locally.
Yeah. But like one thing I like to do is if I find something on one of the 3 sites I use, I thought lights flickered, I'll then search on the other 2 for the exact same product. And a lot of times Craigslist is cheaper.
Huh. I wonder if they have a markup on off. No, because you're doing it cash.
Yeah.
Right? So.
But like I was looking at bikes and one person was selling it $300 cheaper on Craigslist than Facebook Marketplace. I debated on just messaging them like, hey, why is it cheaper on this platform and then this one? But I decided not to.
Yeah.
And that's, I guess, a totally like personal things. People are gonna ask for as much as they think they can get.
Yeah. So if people spend more on OfferUp, then...
Yeah. Because I think OfferUp is more...
It looks more official and...
Yeah.
Much nicer UI.
Yeah.
Craigslist is pretty 2008.
1998.
Yeah. Which is fine in my book. I
It
don't
works
care.
really, really well.
I'm fine with just a regular old HTML page that
Yeah.
I can click what I need to and be done with it.
There's not 14,000 images.
Like, there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know. It'd be nice if Craigslist had some kind of sketchiness factor.
Yeah, it really would.
But I don't think they're going to be implementing it
No.
anytime soon, so...
Yeah, I mean, I've never had a problem with sketchiness, but I've also never looked at... I'm not a lowballer.
Yeah.
I've just... I know what I want, I know how much it's worth, and then I'll just say, you just take like 2% off the top.
Yeah.
Essentially, I'm just arguing for my gas money.
Yeah.
In a Prius.
Yeah.
Because everybody marks up a little bit, so I just ask a little lower.
Unmark it.
Because,
Yeah.
that's how it will always work.
Yeah.
And then some things I'll see up there and then be like, it's been up there for 27 weeks or something ridiculous. And I'm like,
Actually, yeah, I meant to ask you that. So the $300 difference, did you look at the time posted? Maybe they posted it to Craigslist as a, hey, I didn't sell it here, so let me lower the price.
Actually.
Because that was one
Yeah,
of my thoughts.
Yeah, sometimes if
that.
you look up the same product on the same website, you'll see like
See it
7
multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, which is actually, I'm
Yeah.
hoping the guy with the kayak will drop his price $50 and
Yeah.
I'll be able to buy it.
Show me which kayak and I'll message him.
Oh,
Yeah, we could
lowball him.
Yeah. Like, hey man, so I've done research and your kayak's only worth this much.
Yeah.
But I'm willing to offer you this much.
Have you used Google Maps anymore on your bike and seen any more of that data? Because...
So I did all day yesterday.
Did it say you were on a bike?
I haven't looked.
Okay.
I'm looking now.
Because I was trying to fake it over the weekend because I was out of town over the weekend. And, well, the first ride, it definitely did not work because I had the tracking turned off. But then I turned the tracking on, and I don't believe it said I was on a bike. And I was doing the tilting thing.
You were doing the tilting thing?
Yeah. Let's see, what was it? I think it was Saturday. It was either Friday or Saturday. So let me see. If you don't know what we're talking about, the other day...
They got it really wrong yesterday. So yesterday... Oh, go ahead and explain the previous.
So what we're talking about right now is... What was it? 2 weeks ago, a week or two ago, he noticed that Google Maps, through its tracking, was realizing whether he was riding in a car or on a motorcycle. And so a few of the ways that we think the phone could know whether he's on a motorcycle or a car is either the sound around the phone, because you're generally going to be louder on a motorcycle than you are inside the enclosure of a car.
Yeah.
The downside of that is if you're in a truck or a Jeep or something with open windows, it's going to be as loud as a motorcycle, more or less. The other thing we thought of was vibrations, the shaking of the phone, because on a motorcycle you're sitting on an engine, whereas with the car, you have generally less vibrations.
Really good shocks.
But again, if you're in a Jeep or an older truck,
yeah,
you're going to be rumbling
or
too.
Or 1942 car.
So the way I believe that the phone knows whether you're on a bike or a car is the accelerometer or gyroscope, the tilting. So when you're turning on a bike, because he noticed that it worked best when his phone was mounted on the bike, on the handlebars. When the phone tilts, when you're doing a left turn or a right turn, we think that's how the phone knows whether it's on a bike or a car. That's our theory.
So yesterday, I bike tripped from my house. I biked to church, and then I biked up to, I don't know if we already said it, up to a neighboring city about 2 hours away. And then I biked around the downtown city. Then I walked around it, and then I biked out of it, and then I biked all the way home. And so it says I started at home, and then I drove to church.
Oh.
I biked halfway to where I got stuck in traffic. Apparently, I then drove to the rest of the way to the house.
So is that when the bike overheated?
Yeah. So apparently that's where it overheated, because that's where I sat for a while.
Yeah.
And then I drove to their house.
Which he was still on the bike at this point.
And then I motorcycled to downtown. And then I walked and
that was
8.
Legit.
And then I walked again. And then
drove.
It says I drove to the gas station. And we did go from downtown to a gas station on the side of the city. And then I motorcycled all the way back. And that's in our city. And I stopped to get gas. And then apparently I drove the last 15 miles.
So he was hopping from his bike to his car.
Yeah.
According to the Google Maps, but he was on the bike the whole time.
Yeah, I was either on the bike or walking.
So it sounds like it's not very accurate. Do you know, by any chance, whether your phone was always on the handlebars or whether it was in your pocket?
So, in downtown on vacation, it was in my pocket.
When you were walking?
When I was walking, yes.
Okay.
Otherwise, if I was on the bike, it was on the rails.
For navigation.
Because I was following the car.
Yeah.
Never been in that town before.
Yeah.
So I was like, if we do get split up, what's the address?
Yeah.
Because I'm not exactly aggressive driver yet.
Yeah. No running red lights or anything? Lane splitting?
Yeah, no lane
None of
splitting
that?
yet. And so, yeah, I mean, it got 50%, right?
So yeah, I tried to test it while I was the passenger in a car. Just tilting left and right like that. And it says I was always in a car. So I want to figure out how to fake that.
Yeah, and then today, I did a run to a home improvement store and then a run to another home improvement store because they didn't have what I needed. And I came home. And it says driving, and then moving. It doesn't even say driving. I moved for 4.2 miles.
In 20 minutes. So what's that, like 25 miles an hour?
I went from home to home.
Wow.
I don't know what I did. Whatever happened, it happened within 20-minute time span.
Oh, so there's driving to the first home improvement store?
Yeah, driving to the second one.
Second.
And then I drove home. And then I just
moved.
And then I just moved.
Was that the mowing, maybe?
I didn't mow today.
Oh.
We put up some
Work
fencing.
on the fence?
But the yard's only 150-foot walk between the garage and the side of the yard.
So my goal is to drive in a car.
Yeah.
And the phone tell me I'm walking.
It did?
No.
Oh.
That's my goal.
That's your goal.
My goal is to basically fake all the things.
Oh.
So-
Fake all the things.
Yeah. Google fake everything. So sometime, maybe tonight, I'll just throw the phone in the passenger seat, drive at 4 miles an hour
Okay.
through the neighborhood, just see if it tells me I'm walking.
Huh.
And then maybe try and get it to tell me I'm bicycling.
I wonder if you just sway it while you're driving.
Like walking?
Yeah.
It's possible.
I wonder if it'll say if you're jogging then.
Yeah.
Because it will say jogging on my phone sometimes when I go walking. But when I walk with the dog, I walk fast. It's a brisk walk.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a jog by any stretch of the imagination. But it's a brisk walk.
But yeah, it'd be cool to see if we can fake all those different scenarios.
Got to fake boating. Because it does skiing.
I can swim. Does that count? Fly the drone over the water.
Yeah, because I believe Google Maps knows when you're skiing. I don't know for sure.
And that would be...
Yeah, it was like a
like
jet ski across Pacific Ocean. I saw it in a meme somewhere. Yeah, this one says it's skiing. Oh, well, that's snow skiing.
Okay, yeah. So I guess that could be like off-road?
I think that's
maybe?
geographic. I think there might be a ski slope there. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
that would make sense.
Whatever this is, the second word starts with P-E. Coronet Peak or something.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see all the different things that Google can say you're doing, such as moving.
Yeah. Really
kind of vague.
Moving 4 miles in 20 minutes. Don't know what I was doing.
So that would be 12 miles an hour.
I don't move that fast on my feet. Especially doing yard work at 90 degrees.
Averaging 12 miles an hour, I guess. But yeah, that's odd.
Yeah, so it kind of got a lot wrong yesterday.
I think they must still be working on the biking thing. Or the...
Yeah.
Because, yeah, that's... I mean, it's working-ish, but it's not very accurate.
Yeah. The last thing, Samsung and Huawei with their foldable phones. So, Best Buy canceled all the pre-orders for Samsung's phones, which apparently was a lot, which kind of surprised me, to be honest. I thought pre-ordering was a thing that we as the human race were trying to end. I always thought it was stupid.
It's a thing that some people are trying to end, but everybody else is just doing it because they want to get it fast.
I've never pre-ordered.
Similar to the whole AMD 3080 thing.
The only thing I've pre-ordered are tickets for like shows.
Okay. And that's something that you
buy online.
Yeah. How far in advance did you pre-order that kind of thing? Like a week before the movie comes out, or because that's totally understandable.
I think
or
earliest,
before they finish the movie.
I think the earliest thing I've ever pre-ordered were season passes to an amusement park, and that was like 4 months early.
Oh well, that's different. That's something. That's not like an early access thing. That's that's something that that amusement park's still going to be there.
I don't know.
Well, you hope in 4 months it's still there.
Concert. 3 weeks before I went, almost a month.
Okay.
Because as soon as I heard about it, I went and bought tickets.
I think that's different than pre-ordering a device that's not released. Yeah.
Okay. Because I like
or like pre-ordering a cruise.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the same thing.
Yeah. Like some of the older artists, like Billy Joel, I believe it was, somebody who had just canceled their show tours, and they're having to refund all those tickets.
I guess that is valid then. Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise, I never pre-ordered a physical product that comes to my home.
I don't think I have either. I don't think I've supported any Kickstarters or any of the other early access things. Kickstarter.
Yeah. Because I always want to see reviews. I want to know I want to know what people actually think about a product.
Not what the person who's building the product says their product's going to be.
I never like a sales pitch. Yeah. But Samsung is got a lot of their pre-orders canceled from Best Buy. And then Huawei's been in the news a lot for
various things.
Getting blacklisted by every country and every business outside of China, apparently. If you're not China or Chinese
because the Chinese are spying on us. Ain't that right, NSA?
Hey, look, they just said yes.
Hey, we do have a viewer.
Yeah. There's 2 agents that have to watch us.
Yeah. Poor guys. At least give us a comment, guys.
Yeah. But the article I had posted with it from Android Authority had the best headline I couldn't top. With Huawei's and Samsung's current troubles, is the foldable phone trend cursed? Because both of those giant tech companies, mobile phone makers, are falling down a hole.
Yeah.
I mean, they're neither of them are going out of business tomorrow, but
well, Huawei is
But Android said like, hey, we're not gonna want to be on your phones anymore.
They're not gonna send any more updates, right?
Yeah, and then Huawei's like, oh, we've been working on OS because we knew this was going to happen. And then the SD standard, I forgot what it was called, said, oh, and you can't use SD cards in your phone anymore. And Huawei said, oh, we've already made our own standard for our phones. And so...
Hey, I'm all for competition. Bring it on, Chinese government.
I really hope that they drive all these prices down.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
But I don't even like the looks of these foldable phones. To me...
Yeah, they're kind of funky looking.
They look really ridiculous. But Motorola announced their Razr foldable phone, which looks exactly like the Razr foldable phone from 20 years ago.
Except it's all touchscreen, right?
Yeah, except it's all touchscreen. And when you fold it out, I guess we can just pull up a picture.
Yeah.
When you fold the Razr phone, Motorola's Razr out, it just looks like a normal smartphone with a chin. We're just going to undo that. Come on. Undo. There we go.
Motorola Razr.
Images. Oh.
The Razr scooter popped up.
Yeah, there we go. Laptop. So, this is their old school Razr phone.
That's what used to be real popular.
Like, everybody have had one of those.
Everybody who was anybody.
Yeah.
Even my mom had a pink Razr phone.
I remember that. And then this is their new one. I really like this design.
Does the screen fold? Because
that's what it looks
the
like.
stress point.
The two things I really don't like about it is the curve at the bottom of the screen here.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a square ending screen.
Interesting, yeah.
I'd prefer it. And then there's a notch. I still don't like notches or punch outs. I just want a normal looking screen.
I feel like this fold here is an unnecessary fold that's just going to cause problems.
Yeah, probably. The other thing I didn't think about until now is the aspect ratio. Super long stretched looking.
Yeah.
21:9 is about as long stretch as I want to go. This doesn't look 21:9. This looks a little bit bigger.
But yeah, that's weird that they have the curve like that.
The one thing I think the perfect aspect ratio would be the size of a dollar bill. And a phone that folds to the same size as a dollar bill. I don't even have my wallet on me, so I don't even have a dollar.
I have a dollar bill. Or $5 bill. I think that's way too long. So, to compare.
Oh, yeah. So
it would basically be...
It'll be a little thinner and a little longer.
Like this, maybe. This phone. Oh, maybe we should...
yeah, maybe we should make it way bigger. Ta-doo.
So, the phone would be out to there. About. Maybe a little bit longer. I don't know.
Because
that would be bad for watching a video or viewing an image.
It might be. I was saying because when you fold the dollar bill in half, it's a really nice size to hold in your hands.
And that is what the Razr phone... Are you
I'm
still good? And that is kind of what the Razr phone looks like. It does look a bit... It looks a bit more square than a dollar bill. Like a dollar bill would be a little bit taller there.
And I didn't notice this, but if this is a black white really low power consumption screen, I really like that idea.
For notifications and
for simple time. So when it's sitting there, you can just have your black and white screen that just shows your time, your month, day, year, like how they're supposed to be split, and then just little notification bubbles just so you can see.
Yeah.
And you don't have to have a super high power consuming screen on all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the Razr phone is going to be way better than the Galaxy Fold or the Huawei.
If they can figure out that screen bending thing, that's the big thing, I think. That's Samsung's problem anyway. And they're the biggest mobile manufacturer too. So,
from what I heard, Samsung, air quotes, fixed the solution by extending the plastic all the way to the very, very edges of the screen to help make it look like it's not a cover.
Oh.
And that's to help people to prevent from peeling
it off. Yeah.
But that still doesn't fix that one solution where something was bumping up through the screen.
Yeah. It was bulging or whatever.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that works for Motorola.
I really hope it goes well.
I have a Motorola now, for what it's worth.
Did
I show you my power up and down buttons?
Yeah, you did show me the power
The power
buttons.
up and down buttons have completely broken off now. But I can answer phone calls. Because I turn on notifications, as we discussed last week. It helps.
Yeah, I'm not going to get another Samsung Galaxy. I hate these infinity screens that roll over.
The warped, curved.
They're super stupid. I hate it so much.
Fragile or...
It's fragile, and I don't like the
unnecessary
feeling. Like no case fits right.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's also the very first phone that I cracked the screen on, and I'm blaming it on the fact that I can't get a good screen protect or a good case for it.
Yeah. A likely excuse.
Yeah. So I really hope Motorola goes good with this Razer phone.
Yeah, that'll protect the screen too, being folded up like that.
And it's
unless
smaller.
it breaks the screen being folded up like that. You know, it's a trade-off.
Why have a cracked screen when you have a broken one?
But the screen will be limited in the open and closes, so you can't just flip open, flip close, flip open, flip close. Like people used to do with the old Motorola Razrs, just to look cool. Flip
that
phone.
Weird Verizon stick phone.
I haven't heard of that.
This was a long time ago.
Oh wow! So that one twists.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting looking.
And it kind of like e-cigs look like today, or vapes. And it was just super long and thin. And it spun around. I don't know if one of these has like a halfway. I don't remember what it was called.
Oh, there one is.
Verizon Juke.
Scroll up to the left.
Oh, yeah.
So that's it swinging open. It reminds me a lot of an iPod look. Mainly just the play buttons there.
Yeah, and these things looked ridiculous.
Looks pretty small. Yeah, like a e-cig or a vape machine.
Yeah, but I knew one guy who would always just flip it around like you would do a fidget spinner or something.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Gotcha. Back before fidget spinners were cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Why is there a picture of an AK?
It's a Verizon
Stock.
stick.
Anyway. I think that's
pretty much it. I mean,
that's
we
it for tonight.
Way past an hour.
Yep.
Hour 22.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And hey, I'm still streaming, which means
it works.
My streaming software.
It's real software.
Yeah.
It's super fake software.
My FFMPeg command caller works, which is great. So we'll see you next week. Let's tech about that.
Where we tech about things.
Where we tech about things. Wait a little while for it to
right.
upload, and then